Lesson number 8, Compound Interest. Compound interest allows individuals to earn interest not only on the original amount that they invested, but also they earn interest on the interest they earn from the principal. It is usually used by banks in calculating interest for long-term investment. So always remember that concept, long-term investment, pag-compound, and loans such as savings account and time deposits. So, dyan siya ginagamit. So, time deposits, if you have 1 million and you want to put that in a bank, so hindi mo siya gagalawin, example, 5 years or 10 years, then yung money mo, tutubo. So, it will increase. Kaso, napakaliit lang nun pag sa bank. Okay? Compound interest can be defined as the interest being paid on interest. It is the sum by which the original principal has been increased by the end of the contract. The accumulated amount at the end of the period, the original principal, and the compound interest is called the final amount or the maturity value. So, continuous putting interest continuously. So, ganun siya. Kung meron ka ng principal, then interest, then yung amount na yon na may principal interest, lalagyan mo ulit ng panibagong interest. Bibigyan mo ulit siya ng tubo. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng compound interest. The compound interest formula. Since compound interest is the procedure in which the interest is calculated periodically and added to the principal, hence we have to know number of conversion periods to which it should be calculated. The common conversion frequencies and the corresponding compound periods are listed in the next slide. This is very important. So, meron tayong period, periodically. So, ito yung ating gagamitin nating conversion period. So, pag 1 year, ang tawag doon ay annually or annual. So, yung 1 year, hatiin mo lang sa isa, just 1. Then, semi-annually. So, 6 months. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung 12 months, yung 1 year, hatiin mo sa dalawa. So, every 6 months ang ibig sabihin nun. So, 2 hati sa isang taon. Then, quarterly, 4 na hati sa isang taon. So, ibig sabihin, every 3 months. So, 12 divided by 4 is 3. Ibig sabihin, quarterly, every 3 months. Then, bi-monthly, 6 na hati sa isang taon. So, every 2 months. 12 divided by 6, 2. Then, monthly, every month. Meron pa tayong isang term, yung bi-monthly, every 2 months, di ba? 6 na hati. Pag sinabing semi-monthly, ibig sabihin, yung isang buwan, 1 month, hatiin mo sa dalawa. So, ibig sabihin, parang every 15th and 30th. Every quincenas katapusan, parang sweldo. Pag sinabing semi-monthly. Okay? So, pag semi-monthly, ilang hati yon sa isang taon? Sa isang buwan, 2 hati. Kaya ilang bang buwan meron tayo? Ilang months? So, 12. O, 12 times 2, 24. So, 24 ang hati pag semi-monthly. Ulitin ko, annually, that's 1 year. 1 year, so 1 na hati. Semi-annually, 2. So, every 6 months. So, 12 months divided by 2, 6 months. Quarterly, 4 hati sa isang taon. So, every 3 months. Bi-monthly, so 6 division in a year or in 12 months. So, 2 months. Monthly, 12 is our conversion period. And semi-monthly is 24. Compound amount. Compound amount formula. So, we have the formula for getting the F. Compound amount is also called maturity value. So, tinatawag din siya maturity value wherein the formula is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. So, that is the most basic formula for the compound amount. Then, where 1 plus I raised to N is the accumulation factor. And I is our interest per conversion period. Yung I, meron siyang formula na ang formula niya ay J divided by M. Ano po ba yung J? So, I will say J, that is nominal rate or the annual interest rate. Kung ano man yung given yung makikitang interest, yung may percent symbol, siya yung J. Then yung M, yun yung previous slide na pinakita ko na naka-table, frequency of conversion periods per year. Then, we have also N. N is the total number of conversions, and the formula to get N, that is equal to T times M. Time times conversion frequency period. Okay? So, yung M, uulitin ko, yun yung quarterly, 4, semi-annually, 2, yung annually, 1, bi-monthly, 6, yun ang mismong isa-substitute nyo dun sa N. Then, time of investment is T given in years. Compound present value. So, ito naman yung principal amount. Yan yung present at present. Hindi ka pa nag-i-invest. I-invest mo pa lang, i-deposit mo pa lang sa bank. O kaya meron kang loan. Compound present value formula. So, P is equal to F times 1 plus I raised to negative N. Kung yung F, ang formula niya ay positive N yung power, dito, pag hinahanap naman si P, negative na yung exponent. Ulitin ko ha, sa formula na ito, yung I, meron siyang sariling formula. So, hindi mo ito magagamit hanggang hindi mo nakakompute yung I separately and even your N. Yung I, ang formula niya ay J divided by M. Yung N, T times M. Let's say, for example, number 1, find the compound amount of 10,000 pesos invested for 3.5 years at 12% compounded quarterly. First thing first, you need to write all your given. So, we have the following given, 10,000 pesos invested. So, that is our principal. So, P is equal to 10,000 pesos. Then, time is 3.5 years. So, let us just write 3.5 years. Because we know that 1/2 is just equal to 0.5. Then, our rate. So, we have here our J, 12%. So, ang symbol naman natin ng compound interest rate dito ay J. Kung sa simple interest rate, ang symbol ng ating interest rate are R. So, dito gamitin natin siya ng J. Then, let us convert this to decimal. Hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin directly sa formula pag may percent symbol. So, write 0.12. And then, we're looking for the compound amount. So, we have this given formula for the compound amount, which is F is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. So, that's our formula. So, we need to solve first I and N. So, let us solve it here separately. So, the formula for I is J divided by M, where J is our compound interest rate and M is our conversion period. The one that I have already discussed in a given table. So, our compound interest rate is 12%, so 0.12 divided by M, which is, so ano bang nakalagay sa problem? Compounded quarterly. So, ilan ang hati pag compounded quarterly? So, that's 4. So, 0.12 divided by 4 is equal to 0.03. Okay? Then afterwards, after we computed I, let's compute N. So, yung power naman ko-compute natin. And it has a separate formula, which is T times M. So, our time given is 3.5 years. So, I said, convert that to decimal. So, 3.5 times our M, conversion period, quarterly, so 4. Then, the product of 3.5 and 4 is 14. Okay? So, we need this I. The value of our I is 0.03. The value of our N is 14. Now, we can substitute in our formula for the compound amount. So, P is equal to 10,000 pesos. So, let us just write 10,000. Then, times 1 plus I is 0.03. raised to N, which is 14. How are you going to press this in the calculator? Scientific as much as possible. Straightly. Yung lahat, isang pindutan. Magkakasama na lahat siya. Hindi ka magra-round off dito. I want to get as much as possible exact answer. Yung approximation nyo talagang malapit sa exact answer. Then always remember that you need to round off your answer, final answer to the nearest hundreds. Okay? Up to 2 decimal places. So in calculator press, so ganito nyo siya ipapress pag gagamit kayo ng scientific calculator. So hindi siya pwede sa pakaraniwang calcu yung pantindahan. So 10,000, open parenthesis, hanapin nyo sa calcu, then 1 plus 0.03, then makikita nyo to sa calculator. Basta makikita nyo yung symbol na yan, 14. Then as you press in the calcu, our answer for the compound amount is, as you press it directly using a scientific calculator, you can refer to your Android phone. Kasi sa Android may mga power, raise to power, and even online calculator using the internet. So the answer is 15,125.897 and so on and so forth. So mahaba yung sagot. I-round up mo siya to the nearest centavo, up to 2 decimal places. So 897, so yung 7 mataas yung value. So yung 9 magpa-plus 1 ka, round up. So yung 9 magiging 10. O carry 1 to the left. O di magiging, instead na 0.897, 0.90. O use your calculators. Paki-press. Final answer. So that is our compound amount for example number 1. Example number 2. What amount must be invested now in savings bank granting 9% compounded monthly to accumulate a total of 32,800 pesos after 2 years? Let us first write all our given. So right here, given. What amount must be invested in a savings bank granting 9% compounded monthly? So we have the J, the compound interest rate of 9% converted into decimal, which will become 0.09. Compounded monthly, so our M now here is 12. Kasi compounded monthly, that's our conversion period. To accumulate a total of 32,800 after 2 years. So we have the time, 2 years. Ma'am, what are we looking for? Are we looking for the P or the F? P, principal, or F, the maturity value? Okay? Ang sabi dyan, ano daw halaga ang i-invest mo ngayon? So ngayon, at present, so we're talking about principal or present value. P stands for present value, okay? Or our principal. So ang ating P, ang hinahanap. So ang aabutin daw halaga to accumulate a total, to accumulate. So aabuting halaga, pagkalipas ng 2 taon, ang aabutin niya ay 32,800. So yun yung maturity value, F. F is equal to 32,800 pesos. So we're looking for our P. And the formula for P, that is equal to F times 1 plus I raised to negative N. So negative ang power. Tandaan nyo, pag present value ang hinahanap, negative yung power na N. Pag maturity value na F or final amount, compound amount, laging positive yung N. First thing first, we need to solve first our I. The formula is J divided by M. That is given by 9%. So, converted into decimal 0.09 divided by M, 12 months. Then the answer will be 0.0075. Terminating decimal pa rin yan kasi natatapos sa pang 4 decimal places. So, lahat yan gagamitin nyo. Hindi kayo magra-round off. Next, N is equal to T times M. Our T is 2 years. Our M is 12. So, the answer now is 24. Substituting in our formula for the present value, F is equal to 32,800 times 1 plus I 0.0075 raised to negative N, which is 24. So, ito yung mga ginamit kong I saka N. Nasa kanang bahagi. Then, how to press in the calculator? Straightly, directly, walang hinto, walang ira-round off. So, ganito ang gagawin sa scientific. 32,800, open parenthesis, meron naman yun doon. 1 plus 0.0075. Then, hanapin nyo itong ganitong symbol. Ibig sabihin, raised to open parentheses, negative 24, close parentheses. Okay? Para hindi mag-error. So, kailangan sundin nyo yung ganyang format pag magpe-press kayo sa calculator. Scientific advice, ina-advise ko scientific. So, ngayon, ang ating final answer will be 27,415.27. So, ni-round off ko na siya to 2 decimal places. Pesos. So, kailangan may peso sign lagi. Final answer for example number 2. Example number 3. If 45,000 pesos is invested at 12% compounded semi-annually for 6 years, we need to find the compound amount and the compound interest. So, the compound amount, we're referring to F, the maturity value, and the compound interest, I. And we know the formula to get I, that is equal to F minus P. O, tandaan nyo yung formula, yan ang gagamitin. Maturity value minus principal para makuha mo yung interest. O, let us compute. The first one, the compound amount. So, the formula for the compound amount, F, is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to positive N. So, first thing first, we need to compute I, J, divided by M. So, our J is this one. Our M is compounded semi-annually. That is your M. So, conversion period is 2. Convert into decimal, this 12%. So, 0.12 divided by M of 2. The answer is 0.06. And our N is T times M. Substitution, time is 6 years. Nakalagay dito sa problem. M is still semi-annually, so 2. So the answer is 12. Substituting in the formula, principal is 45,000 pesos times 1 plus I, 0.06 raised to N, raised to 12. So, as I've told you, in pressing in scientific calculator, write first the present value, then 1, open parenthesis, 1 plus 0.06. Then, hanapin to sa scientific, then 12. Press it straightly, walang hinto. Bawal mag-round off. So, let us press using the calculator. Kung meron kang example, Samsung o kahit anong Android, ibaba mo lang siya para lumabas yung mga pwedeng gamitin na operation dito. So, 45,000, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.06, close parentheses, raise to 12. So, answer is 90,548 round off up to 2 decimal places, 0.84. We need to compute for the interest. So, ito yung formula sa taas. Ito. Nakikita nyo. I'm encircling right now. So, F, what is our F? Yun na-compute ngayon. 90,548.84 minus 45,000, our present value P. So, as you subtract in the calculator, the answer now is 45,548.84 pesos. So, that's our interest. We're done. Thank you, class, for today. So, I hope you understood compound interest.